Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I'm going to discuss the Lions' new general manager and Brad Holmes. For those of you who have been listening to the Detroit Lions Tomorrow, I've already discussed Brad Holmes at the time that he was hired. With the Matt Stafford trade being really his first official move as general manager, since I don't know how much he was involved in the hiring the head coach, which will be the next segment. This is really his first actual move, as far as I know, as general manager of the Lions. And on the surface, without knowing what the selections are going to be that the Lions make, that they got from the Rams, I view this as a really good trade. Yes, I wanted Aaron Donald in addition to Jared Goff, but instead to get 2 first-round selections and a third-round selection spread out over 3 years, that's going to make this very, very interesting. The other thing is, while I lament Matt Stafford being traded to the Rams, you cannot forget all the injuries he's had. Plus, he's going to be 33 years old by the time next season begins. Also, Matt Stafford has never won a playoff game. Granted, the Rams have a much better defense than the Lions. True. But that doesn't mean getting Matt Stafford alone is going to put the Rams over the top. So bear that in mind. The draft will really be the telling point with Brad Holmes. There's no doubt about that, and I think that's fairly obvious for sure. But for right now, if this is any indication of how he's going to handle things, I think it's a pretty good indication. Like I said, I like the move on the surface. However, I do want to see how Brad Holmes drafts and how the Lions go about handling this draft. And from what I understand, this is going to be a collaborative effort, and it won't be Brad Holmes alone deciding how the Lions are going to draft. So there's a lot that remains to be seen, and also there'll be free agency and how the Lions handle that, which I will talk about in a couple of segments as best I can speculate on that. In the next segment, I will talk about the Lions' new head coach. Stay tuned to this special edition of the Detroit Lions Tomorrow on Ed's Sports Channel.